Hello YouTube friends! In this video I'm going to be sharing with you a homeschool week in our life. Hi, I'm Julia. I'm a homeschooling mom of 3. I have a first grader, a preschooler, and a baby. And I'm inspired by Charlotte Mason and Montessori with some other stuff thrown in as well. I decided to share with you a week in the life where I'm just sharing with you what we're doing during our homeschool times. Now, caveat that if you homeschool, you know you're learning basically all the time. But I decided not to show all of the food preparation and cleaning and other things that go into my day so that I could show you a week. In homeschooling, every day is a little bit different, but we do try to have some rhythm to our weeks. So this video lets me share that with you. I hope you enjoy. It is Monday morning and we are starting our week out at a park. We're gonna go for a nature walk and apparently play in the snow. We went a little farther from our home because I know this is a place we've been to before and my goal is to come here once a season this year. We're gonna go find this big old oak tree that we love. So I'll bring you along with us. We're all back in the car having a quick snack before we drive on home and have lunch. And then we'll get to, and I may need to put the baby down for a nap, but then we'll get to some more school this afternoon. So I will see you then. We're just about to start our afternoon school session. So we're gonna read some books on the weather and do some nature journaling. And if we have time, depending on how much time those things take, I might pull up some peg dolls so we can start working on our weather gnomes. If not, we'll start working on it later in the week. Just to keep it real here, I am currently taking a 5-minute timeout in my bedroom while the kids are sitting at the table because they were whining at me that they don't want to do school. Mind you, all we've done today is gone on a nature walk, which they really enjoyed once they were there, had lunch, and then they just played for a couple hours while I fed the baby and cleaned up a little bit and such. So that made me a bit angry and frustrated. So we're taking a 5-minute break, and I'm hoping to, well, I've been taking some deep breaths, and I'm going to go in there and be patient and do school time, and hopefully we'll all have better attitudes. So a quick recap of our Monday. It was Nature Day today. So we started off with a slushy walk out in nature at one of, it's a park we've been to before that we really like. And then this afternoon for school, we read some of our weather books, specifically on rain and snow. And then we did some nature journaling. I had them journal on, it's okay, rain and snow. They basically just drew pictures of it. And also we did some nature journaling of clouds because we didn't get to it when we read about clouds last week. Today is done. We're moving on. Happy Tuesday morning, everyone. It's around 9:30. I'm getting set up, so I'm just picking up a little bit, and I'm going to go through today. This morning is individual school, but we're going to play a math game together. And then they have their Logic of English Foundations to do, and my daughter has Quiver. And so I'm going to make sure I have everything I need together for those things. And I have a timer set She's going to play piano before we start everything, or practice piano before we start everything. And then we have piano lessons this afternoon. So that is just basically takes up the afternoon for us. And we don't do any other school, but here we go. Starting this morning with a math game. What game is this, Taryn?
Some swamp.
Some swamp. Yep. So we're going to practice adding and subtracting, right? So you're being the frog. Have you decided what you're being this morning? Ooh, the purple dragonfly.
We're both being buggy goods.
Does that mean Mommy's the snail?
Yep. Slowpoke.
Slowpoke. Well, we'll see. We'll see.
3.
It's 3. What's your equation? Can you say the whole thing for me?
6 minus 3 is 3.
Okay, so go ahead and move your dragonfly 3.
1, 2, 3. 1, 3.
1, 2, 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, put them together. How many is it?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, count again. Move them when you count.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, 6. 3 plus 3 equals?
6.
Ooh, what animal on this page begins with the sound of ooh?
Out.
Ah, that's a moose.
A moose.
Look at them all again. Which one starts with the sound of ooh?
Moose. Tiger. Lion. Lion.
Yeah, lion starts with ooh. Yeah, like that. Oh, yep, and you glide out. You don't want to lift up your pen in the middle, right? Down and touch and glide out. Oh, where do we start? We start up on the midline, right? We start at the midline, we drop down below the baseline, and then we go that way, and we touch at the baseline and we glide out. There we go, like we're ice skating.
I can do this color.
Oh yeah. Nice. Are you having fun with that toy too, Kiara? You're going to be a word detective again. On your worksheet, you have a list of words. You need to read the words aloud and then highlight what is the same about every word. Let me know when you know.
I know the same.
What's the same? Yep, what is it?
They all have 2 S's.
They do. Yep. And it's after a single vowel at the end of a base word, so there we go.
Yay, pink! Heading. Old. 2. King. Round.
Yep, around.
A mouse. Ounce. Nest.
Yeah. Quindici, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. 28 di who knows the mese, the month in Italiano. January. Do you know what that is in Italian? Gennaio. We're at piano now with just the girls. My oldest daughter right there has her piano lesson and the baby is with us as well. My son was able to stay home because my husband's working from home, and so he's there, I think, taking a nap, which is probably a good thing. So we're going to head on up to her lesson now. You know, it's a tricky door, isn't it? Oh, we got it. Go head up, sweetie. Same room. Okay, we're back in the car after our lesson, and yes, I did put glasses on in between during the lesson. So how was your lesson?
Good.
Good? What did you do?
I'm gonna start reading music soon.
Yeah, you read Middle C, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very
And
exciting.
Middle C has its own little line.
It does have its own little line. Very exciting. Very exciting. Well, I'm glad you had a good lesson. Should we get your granola bar and then head on home?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Hi everybody, it's Wednesday. Today's plan is to just do some family subjects. And the plan was to start in the morning, but the baby and I had a little bit of a rough night last night, so I was super tired this morning. So I actually took a nap with the baby and then just did some cleaning, worked on making some bread that's rising. So we actually just finished lunch and feeding the baby. And now we're going to start school with some weather bingo. So we'll bring you along. We're probably not going to get as much done today as I had planned, but that's okay because I kind of left Friday this week as a catch-up day in case this kind of thing happens. So we're going to play this weather bingo game. The kids did a really good job, taking apart the cards. They were perforated and the little markers there. So we're all set up and ready to play. All right, what is that? Hold it up.
Planes.
Mixed clouds. Can I read it? So we've got mixed clouds.
I have mixed clouds.
Do you? Okay. Mixed clouds often appear in the sky at the same time. As many as 3 or 4 types of clouds can be seen at the same time, which makes identifying them difficult. Cumulus and cirrus clouds are often seen together. He had to think of something and think of it fast. With every bit of strength he had left in his body, he clung to the wheels of the motorcycle with his left paw, while he moved his right paw up to the exhaust pipe. If he could just manage to pull himself along until he could get on the motorcycle. Bit by bit, hand over hand, Ralph dragged himself forward along the exhaust pipe. He knew he was making progress when he could see part of his tail once more. He reached back and yanked his tail out of the tube, only to have it sucked in again. Ralph was far from being out of danger. The Egyptians lived on the Nile River. Right? The Assyrians and the Babylonians lived on the Tigris and Euphrates rivers in Mesopotamia. Why do you think that ancient people wanted to live near rivers? What do you think?
So they could get water.
Yeah, that makes sense. What do they need water for?
For their crops and for themselves.
Yes. Cool. People who live near rivers had plenty of water to drink and use on their crops. Exactly. But there's another reason why ancient cities were built near rivers. Through Parvati, Shiva is able to manifest his full potential and express himself as a loving husband and caring father. Without her, he would remain an isolated monk immersed in yoga meditation. So I'm calling school done for today. We got through some Mouse and the Motorcycle, we did history, we played weather bingo. I think that's all we got to, but we had a good, calm school day. So there's a couple things that were on my list that we didn't get to, but I'm going to move them mostly to Friday. If we have time tomorrow, I might sneak in 1 or 2 things. Good morning and happy Thursday. Today's plan is individual school and cooking. So we actually started early this morning. The radish kit we're doing today is the cosmic one. It's actually from last summer, but it included pancakes. So the kids helped me make pancakes this morning for breakfast. And then we've been taking some time. I did my mommy morning stuff, and we've done a little bit of cleanup in here because the stove guy's coming around noon. So we're going to try to do, read some books about money. We're doing a little money unit right now. The baby doesn't want me to stop moving, so I'm going to walk and talk. I'm going to read them some books on money for our money unit, and then we're going to do individual school with each of the bigger kids. And that's the plan, and hopefully we can get it done by noon, and then I can clean up a little bit, hopefully a little bit more before the stove guy gets here, because the kitchen is a little messy from pancakes, but it's not horrible, so not the end of the world. And then later they'll have a long break. Hopefully I'll have time for some editing and other things. And then part of school, which we'll bring you with as well, is doing more cooking and finishing their radish kits for dinner tonight. So that is the plan for this Thursday. You say good morning? No? So they needed something that was easy to handle and carry, something that wouldn't spoil or be damaged easily, and something that people everywhere would accept and trade. They began to use silver as money. All the animals on the farm were just plain old regular animals too. As for fertilizer, Farmer Worth only used the organic kind. Predictably, we did not finish our individual school. We actually didn't even start really our individual school before the stove guy came. So we took a break while he was here. It was actually educational in and of itself, but I didn't film it. But he did a thorough cleaning of our stove and showed me how to clean it a little better and made sure it's working properly. So the stove is on, and that is good. We had lunch, and we are now starting individual school. So my daughter's back there. She's going to do her copy work, right? Yes, she already played her piano, which I have her do pretty much every day. But I didn't film it every day. Okay, I'm gonna be done now, so I'm not interrupting her. I give you this many pennies. How many pennies is that? One. Well done. Let's say I have 2 nickels and a dime. Find another nickel in there. Okay. So, how are we going to write this?
10.
Yes, you could do 10 plus.
10 equals.
What's 10 plus 10?
20.
Okay, so we could write that way, or we could separate it. We could actually write 5 plus 5 10 equals 20.
Okay, that's too long.
Okay, you want to write 10 plus 10 equals 20? Okay. All right, now what do? We add together the units. How many units do you have?
0, 0.
So 0, right? So make sure you put down 0 though, because that's important. It's a placeholder, right? So we have 0 units. Okay. Now how many 10s do we have?
7.
7. Okay, so put a 7 there. And what else? What do we call 7 tenths?
70.
70. Excellent. What does that say?
Ooh, A.
Yeah.
Day play.
Oh dear. So I hid 10 cards with yellow on them around the room. Can you go find the 10 cards? And then we'll figure out what they have in common.
Easy. Nobody ever told me where they were. Still.
Spelling word is way. As in, this is the way we go to church. The right way to watch this, or the right way to write this, or something like that. Way. Hi. You're okay, baby love. So you're gonna think about how to write A, and remember it's at the end of a word, right? Beautiful. Let me see before you erase. Beautiful.
Wants to A. Hide and seek.
What? Come back to here. I know it's not a gudja. It's not a gudja. Start from here. Turn around. There you go. Perfect. Now can you do an up? Come up to the midline. Back down. Good job. Qua. It's dinner time. So today is, well, this afternoon was supposed to be working on dinner. We use the radish kits and the kids help, and that's their school for the afternoon. Of course, we didn't actually start our individual school until the afternoon. So it is now almost dinner time and we're just really getting started. My daughter grated a bunch of zucchini. I'm just gonna finish it up here. Whoop. And now she's chopping some tomatoes, right? Hi. And then they're both gonna help me mix and put everything together. So it's kind of like a team process here. And I'm going to try to be as patient as I can. And it just gets harder as the day goes on.
Not until Mommy says you can.
Yep. And yeah, hopefully we'll get this meal made so we can eat.
Out of huge stone blocks with a pole or shaft cut into the middle. The mummy and all its clothes, furniture, and jewelry were the pharaohs. The pharaohs were buried in the biggest tombs of all. To keep the pharaohs and their treasures safe. And pyramids were important for another reason.
My plan for Friday was to do some catch-up work, read some Mouse on the Motorcycle, do a French dictation for our quiver work, my oldest, and then do maybe weather gnomes and some other things. But life happens, and I was just having a rough day, so I ended up doing some other things. Obviously, I fed everybody and did the basics, and the two older kids did spend a good portion of the morning listening to our History Spine Story of the World on CD. I have the CD narrated by Jim Weiss, so they listened to some of that. So it wasn't, it's never a homeschool day is never completely unproductive, because I believe that even when they're playing, they're being productive. But it just wasn't what I planned. But you know what? This is a good example of kind of what happens. I plan to do a lot, and sometimes I get tired or the kids get tired, and we just need to take a little more of a break, and that's okay. We still did a lot of learning this week, and there's always next week and next month and next year. And really, I believe that learning is a lifelong endeavor. So that was our week in the life. I did forget to film my daughter practicing piano and read alouds and a couple things like that throughout the week. And we didn't get to everything planned. But again, that's okay. It was a good week. I hope you enjoyed watching it. If you did, please click that like button below and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss more new content. I hope you all have a wonderful week, and I will talk to you later. Bye.